Hey,
Hello, everybody. We are back again at Revival Productions with another stream. We are going to do some multiplayer today.
multiplayer. I'm hyped.
I'm James. I go by Humbag in the Discord if you ever see me on there.
And I'm Ed, and I go by a helpful tourist on the Discord if you ever catch me in there.
And right now we're floating in space,
Floating in
which is
space.
my favorite place to be.
Beautiful out today
But-
in space.
Yeah, we're going to play some multiplayer, show off some of the features of it, try to do, regular Anarchy and Team Anarchy, but I saw, well, we can answer this question right away.
We can.
Saw Miasmic asked this, do we prefer Team Anarchy or Anarchy in the office, and why?
Well, let's hear yours first. I've got mine already. Are you ready?
So, I actually kind of like Team Anarchy,
Okay.
because it's a little different, especially on, like I said, one of our smallest maps, Wraith, which is kind of, it's a lot of people out there in the Discord, they either love it or hate it.
Because it's so small.
It's
and
so
it gets
small,
real
and it gets really hectic,
chaotic. Yeah.
and back in the early part of our MP beta, when some missiles were much stronger than they were at the time,
They were very strong.
It was pretty crazy.
All right.
But I like Team Anarchy a lot. I think it's got an interesting dynamic of, like, say, especially if you're doing like a 3-on-3 or higher, you can use kind of like a baited. Like I said, you run in, you see like two of them, and be like, all right, throw a few pot shots,
Sure.
then run back, and then they come chasing you, and then like there's your three other teammates just.
I also like that you can cut off escapes
Yep.
because there's a lot of like side alleys and cutoffs. So if you see one of your teammates engaged in battle, you can get the flank or the from behind shot, and if they lose, you can even it out like really quickly. No, that's all fair. Okay, so team, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote actually 180 degrees on this one. I like the free for all. I like just plain anarchy, and I like it because I do like operating on teams. But I like to just be able to shoot whoever I see. I like to not have to worry if they're my team or anything like that. I'm there to rack them up as many as I can.
And I love Anarchy as well. But let's go ahead and switch to the game here.
Yeah, let's start matchmaking. We can answer some of these other questions while we're in the queue.
First things first. Let me quit out of here. So this is our multiplayer menu. You can do play online, which is just your generic. Select these to go for a ranked Anarchy or a ranked Team Anarchy.
We should emphasize this is still in beta, everyone.
Yes, this is still just a beta. There's private match features where you can say a friend hosts a game. You can type in the server. There's my name, James. Say if I had
a really complicated password to remember.
Very complicated.
You
can also create your own. There's
it's
all
also
sorts of
set up
features.
to hide the password so that if you're streaming, you can hide the password and not worry about accidentally showing it to everyone and getting a bunch of people that are on there. So it is streamer friendly.
But like I said, you can choose any level. You can choose time limits. You can even do some crazy advanced settings, like you can show enemy names if you wanted to. Or you can adjust the respawn times. You can set turn speed limiting, like say if you want to kind of force mouse and keyboard players to have a little bit more of an equal playing terms with people that are using joysticks
Or controllers.
Yeah. You can change everything from you could force loadouts on people, which is interesting. You can change all the power-up settings, how much they spawn.
Yep.
Because it's really crazy. If you put a lot of Devastators out there, it just becomes... You should just call it Nuke 'em.
Nuke 'em. I really like the Devastators because that second click, if you miss, that second click is just so satisfying to detonate it wherever you want it to be. So people will think that they've gotten away scot-free and you just pop it right next to them and boom.
And there is a local match feature as well if you want to play LAN.
Yep.
For the lowest ping possible, basically.
Yep, or if you want to set up a LAN party and have an event, absolutely doable.
So this is our customization screen here. So you can choose loadouts, modifiers, and your appearance. And these are the 8 loadouts in the game right now. There's Warrior, Archer, Mercenary, Barbarian, Gladiator, Champion, Gunner, and Bomber. Each have different starting weapons, primaries, and secondaries. Oops, this is still making noise. I gotta mute that.
Oh, pardon us 1 second while we mute our Discord here.
Well, hopefully that should be alright.
That should be.
Anyway, back to
one
the
time,
game
no
here.
big deal. Oh, and now we're in.
Go
back to
loadout.
Yeah. Okay.
So, my 2 favorite loadouts right now, I love Gunner.
Well, you should talk about the bottom 2 specifically because they're customizable.
That's right.
And that's something that the other ones don't necessarily share.
Like I said here, you can change anything you want here. See, like, I might want hunters and missile pods, or I'm a fan of missile pod and creepers. And let's just do 2 custom loadouts here.
Yeah, sure. Why not? We've got them available. Pick your favorites for this.
Let's get some. I already got Cyclone there. I like Cyclone a lot. What about Thunderbolt, Cyclone, and Falcons?
All right.
I kind of like that. And then I like the Impulse Missile Pod Creeper. So there's 2 different ways to do it. I think sometimes, like I said, the Gladiator class was really popular for a while when Crusher was a lot stronger than it really was.
Crusher has been evened out a significant
Crusher
amount.
is still a very strong weapon.
It is.
It's the shotgun of the game. But this loadout is popular because you have Missile Pods and Creepers, which Creepers are very strong as well. And but the thing about this class is, unless you pick up another energy weapon, you can run out of ammo really quick.
Absolutely.
And you could be flying around the match with no way to attack. And that's happened to me in some of our in-office games multiple times, and it's kind of scary.
Short, I was asking if it was 1 primary and 2 secondary, and the answer is no. Each one, if you look, Gunner has 1 primary and 2 secondaries, but Bomber has 2 primaries and 1 secondary.
Yeah.
And these are just your starting loadouts. So every time you come back from a death or when you initially load into the game, but you can pick up additional power-ups and additional weapons and ammo while you're playing. So
now this goes within when you normally have the game, you're going to start off with just Warrior and Archer. The other loadouts become unlocked over time with XP. Like right now we have 20,000 XP, which unlocks everything.
We set it this way so that we can test everything while we're in the beta.
Yeah.
But there is a progression to it, absolutely.
And now let's go to the Modifiers tab. Now these are kind of like in the single player game, you get like ship upgrades and other types of different upgrades for your ship. This is kind of like you could choose between 8 of these as well. You got boost speed, which increases your boost speed, which is pretty popular in in the Discord. I've heard a lot of people like this one, especially for getting.
I don't run with this one, which is really crazy. But yes, I know that this is some of the really top end players, the high killers. They run with boost speed.
So you can kind of do there's pretty much 2 kind of play styles here you want to go with. There's either the offensive or defensive play style. Like you got the armor toughness. Say you want max armor, you can do blast protection and armor to really kind of give yourself a little extra armor there. Say if you're just using Crusher or Driller, you can start off with more maximum ammo.
I haven't tried that, but I
actually haven't either. I think that's a good idea if you're using if you like the Driller and the Crusher.
I do. I run Driller almost exclusively when I'm able to, and I ran out of ammo 2 or 3 times the last time that we were in a serious session, and so I might actually switch to running with that.
Now, if you're like a fan of like the higher tier energy weapons like Thunderbolt, and say if you pick up a Lancer, I could see energy efficiency being
absolutely
something you go with, because both of those use a lot of energy. Some people like the forward speed, the non-boosted 4 speed and ship speed. These are, or even just ship speed and 4 speed. So you just want maximum tricording speed. Say if you're a really good tricorder out there, which is if you're moving in all 3 directions at once, you get the most speed.
Sure.
So, which is we've gone over in a past stream like the different flying styles that you can do in this game. Let's see. What do I think I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the speed right now. I'm gonna go with the max.
Play the meta.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the speed.
The current beta meta. All right, let's look at the appearance. I love this tab.
Just change this to Anarchy. So you can change your little glow color. It's kind of more of like the little highlights on the sides of the ship.
Stop him from rotating so that everybody can. There we go. People don't know that you can do this, but you can just stop the ship whatever angle you want. So that's a little inside tip for everybody out there.
So let's go with. I like the purple. It's kind
purple
of pops.
lights.
Kind of pops. Then I said these are all the decals. You can change the color on these. I kind of like the gray.
I like the dark gray. Yeah.
All the different decals. I've always kind of liked that one. It's kind of like a shattered look.
Sure.
I'm gonna go with the lions today, but let's go. There's the flames. Classic flames. The cheetah.
Tiger.
Or you can just have none if you want. I'm going with the lines. Now let's look at the wings here. If you want some extra spoilers for extra horsepower.
I do, actually. I want my ship to even look like it's going fast.
Excuse me for 1 second.
No problem. We do a lot of talking, so we got to do a lot of drinking.
Just coming off a cold myself, so it's been a bit of a struggle. See all the different wing choices. I kind of like Wings 5.
All right. What are you gonna do for your body there? Are you gonna get some antennas?
Yeah, I like the antenna one. There we go.
Nothing too crazy, just something to make it a little bit unique.
All right, let's go into it.
Let's see who we get. So,
here.
if you guys want to play and you have the beta access, jump in now for a chance to match with us. We would love to play with you guys.
Let's see how we do. I believe my controls should be how I like.
I'm gonna have to change mine when we get to that point. Also, we'll be covering what our weekly challenge is at the end of the stream. We have it all set up. It's something that's pretty unique, a little bit different than last time. Should be a little bit more competitive for those that like to shoot and kill things.
Sounds
There's
good
a
to
lot of us. All right, we're in with one.
Got Cheezer. Oh my gosh.
Miasmic's up.
Oh, no.
He's gonna try and bring your rating down. We do have in-lobby and in-game chat, as you can see up top.
I might not have it turned on right now. Let me go to my control options.
Don't have it bound.
Oh, oops. Mouse, keyboard.
Yeah, I was gonna say hit space to get rid of that. There we go. Now we can interact with you guys on a third level. I'm pretty excited for this.
Yeah, we got another player. Oh man, we're up to 7
We
players.
got Terminal in too. This is gonna be intense.
Yeah, I'm hoping to at least get a kill.
A kill. We'll set the bar low. 1 kill is what we'll go for. What loadout did you pick?
I don't know yet. I got the 2 custom ones at the bottom that I can go with.
That's fair. All right, so we got a game
Terminal
of 7.
OP. Oh no.
Game of 7. Max 8 players right now, right? In a Anarchy game.
Oh, I got to vote for yes. Roundabout, man.
Level voting, absolutely.
Oh no, we got split voting here.
What's it gonna be? What's gonna be the tiebreaker? Look at how they.
Roundabout.
Yeah, all right. I like how we have the 2 that are immediately vote against you.
All right, I'm gonna go with the gunner.
All right, in we go. Immediate action.
Oh, I got my.
And he takes out Miasmic. He takes out the number 1 opponent.
Get him.
1-hit time bomb. Oh! Gets an assist. So the asterisks in the kill feed, if you guys look up top right, sometimes you'll see an asterisk next to somebody's name. That means that they were awarded an assist, which is the second column in the list of kills. So right now James is doing very well with 4 kills, 1 assist. Top of the leaderboard. Probably not going to stay this way for long. He's doing all right armor-wise. He's got a little under half. There's a maximum of 120 armor in this mode. We brought it down from 200 because people were just tanking up too heavily. And this evens it out, so the most you can get is 120.
Terminal.
And there's his first death to Terminal at the hands of the Thunderbolt.
Alright.
You can change settings for the reticle. James has done the most robust readout right now, so it shows him all the information. It shows him his armor and ammo counts on both sides. But if you want it a little bit more stripped down, there are minimalistic settings that you can choose, which will just show tick points, so points of impact. And if you're really hardcore, you can always hit F10 and just turn all of them off. I think the game is a little bit magical in that way, but it is very difficult to play. You're still in second place. You're still putting up a serious fight and going with the gunner again. Impulse is very good. Impulse starts with quad in this mode, which means you get 4 lasers out of, or I shouldn't say lasers, they're actual impulses. It's an electricity-based weapon. So you get 4 impulse shots out of the get-go, which is very strong. Slips to second place. It's tied with Miasmic though, 6-1.
I sniped Miasmic from across the room there. Oh, I got the Cheezer too. Getting some cheap kills here from across the map.
Hey, everyone counts.
Oh.
Taken out from behind by Miasmic.
Oh, tied.
Still tied. Still lots of time left on this one. 4 minutes in, or 4 minutes left.
Well, I need to get out of there. Oh my gosh.
Almost nicks it out in time. nice thing is it never takes you very long to find somebody in this map with 7 people. There's always a fight that's ready to happen. Picks up the Thunderbolt, switches to it, charging up, looking for a shot.
Oh,
he takes one, but he
there?
dishes it right back. Takes
Got
out
him.
Terminal. Lucky, nice charge shot. Looking for an easy hallway shot. Everyone must be on the other side of the map fighting right now. A good time to pick up some missile pods. They track slightly in this mode because they're the upgraded version, so you don't have to be right on. Oh, and he takes a shot from the Terminal. Multiplayer is going to be cross-platform. It is not going to be fully cross-platform. There are some restrictions on the consoles as to who they can play with.
Free kill!
And that's not on our end.
Sorry, Hesu. That was a free kill. I had to take it.
But it will follow very similar rules. If you're familiar to Rocket League, it will follow very similar rules to that.
Oh no, I can't find anybody.
And it is optional. If you do pick this up on the console, there is an option to play only with other console players. You could be. You got to time that join right. We'll be playing for the whole stream, all the way up to the end, so you guys will have several chances to get in with us if you don't get in right away.
Oh, I just took a lot of damage. Oh, serious, trying to sneak in here. Oh, I got cheesered.
You're still doing very well. Second place,
yeah.
right behind Miasmic. This is a better performance than I will ever hope to put in.
Oh, I got him.
Absolutely. Mr. Heaven, no problem, man. If you have any other questions about it, we'll do our best to answer. Remember, this is beta, so some things aren't completely hashed out. But I will do my best to answer any other questions you guys might have. I might take this time while James is absolutely destroying everyone to answer some questions that Chili Bus had from our Discord, which I should say, if you guys are digging this stream, you can join our Discord, interact with the community there, look for games, use the voice chat. You don't have to use the voice chat, you can just get updated on what the progress of the game is and all that. Links to that are down below, so click on that and join us. But yeah, Chili Bus asked a couple of questions, and I'll try my best to distract James as we answer them jumping in. So his first question was, what is your previous multiplayer experience? And I think he's asking in the industry, but he might just be asking overall. So I guess we can answer both. If you want to answer that, he takes it at the end. 20-2, Miasmic. I gotta tell you, man.
20-9.
20-9. I'm sorry, 20-9. 2 assists.
It's a good start.
It is a very good start.
A
win is a very good start.
All right.
Yes. Yes. Well,
Yeah.
we all know that the servers aren't located here, so we all have a fair shot at it. That doesn't work.
Let's hop right back into this.
He's gonna queue back up. Let's answer Chili Boss's questions while we're waiting for people to queue in here, though. White hot right out of the game. New question. If I purchase early access, do I get the full version of the game when it's released? Absolutely, you do. Early
And you're
access,
going to save some money right
you
now,
are,
too.
because right now the game is discounted. It will not be discounted when it launches in less... Is it 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks? Less than 2 weeks. It's 2
Hey,
weeks.
Raptor! I saw you in the chat a second ago.
Less than 2 weeks, you guys, for the game to go launch. Yes, absolutely. Bird's Eye is right on the money. If I didn't already own it, I would buy it.
And like I said, my previous multiplayer experience, like I pretty much grew up playing a lot of the old FPS games. I really didn't get into it until Team Fortress Classic, which was not the old Doom version, which was the original Team Fortress, but the Half-Life version. And then I got into the mod Counter-Strike for a long time. I loved Counter-Strike for years. This is when I was like in grade school, junior high era. And oh my.
Oh man, another fast queue.
And then I discovered the love of fighting games, and I've been playing competitive fighting games like Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, the new Dragon Ball Fighters game. I've been really big into that, going to tournaments.
I was going to say, it's more than just playing. You play on a competitive scene, right?
Yeah, I play fairly competitively, and I've gotten into on-stream commentary, which I'll be doing next weekend at a tournament called Combo Breaker.
Combo Breaker, yep. James every so often has to leave us to cast competitive fighting games.
But yeah, this should be, that's what I've been doing I've been doing that for over 10 years, 11 years almost, but this is going to be a crazy game here.
This is going to be a crazy game.
Wow, I jumped up to 755 on that.
So you gotta bring Miasmic down. He's still sitting comfortably above
the 800s, yeah.
In the high 800s. How old are the games? 8, yeah.
I am free though, Tupperware. I'm totally free.
To answer Chili's question in my regard,
Let's go with Bomber.
I had 2 sisters growing up who played video games a little bit, but didn't enjoy them as much as I did. So I didn't really get into multiplayer until I hit grade school, and I think multiplayer. My first few multiplayer experiences were games like Duke Nukem 3D. Let's see. I know there was some other Master of Magic, I think it was called. It was a game that had like a light world and a dark world. It was kind of like a Civ with magic. We played Civ together, original Civ. Stuff like that, but Duke Nukem 3D was huge.
Yeah, I love the Duke Nukem 3D. Oops, I forgot I clicked.
Oh, you can delay your start spawn if you want to do something else, buy yourself an extra 20 seconds, answer the phone, whatever. You can click the left mouse button, I think it is, and it will delay your spawn by 20 seconds.
Oh, I'm not off to a good start here.
I've always loved video games, though, so I've, since grade school, been into it. I play multiplayer pretty regularly after hours work. I'm into Tarkov, I'm into PUBG, that kind of stuff. Anything, every week I try to play with a group of friends out of high school. We just get together in a small group and play something multiplayer. Sometimes it's competitive, sometimes it's co-op, so it's not as much as I used to play, but it's still more than a lot of people I know. And what about experience in the industry itself? I'm trying to distract you while you're slipping into mid-grain.
What's that?
Well, what about in the industry itself? Did you ever test multiplayer?
No, this is actually the first one.
First time testing.
I mean, I guess if you count co-op in like the old Saints Row.
Sure.
But that was never really competitive multiplayer. The last time they actually had competitive multiplayer was probably Saints Row 2.
Yep.
So.
Did you test on Saints Row 2?
No, that was before my time there.
Okay. And as for me, I have tested quite a bit of multiplayer. I tested multiplayer on Saints Row 2, Dawn of War 2, which was co-op multiplayer. I didn't ever do the competitive, we just worked on co-op for that. We also did RFG, I was in multiplayer for that, and I did a lot of co-op for all the Saints Rows, except for 3, because I wasn't on the Saints Row.
I just picked up a super missile pod. I am going to be firing for days.
And then this, of course, so the answer is that.
And this kind of turned out to be a surprise. We weren't sure if we were going to have multiplayer ready for launch, but now we do.
We do, yeah. It's really close. There were some performance issues before, but we've ironed out most of those. We're still looking at a few. And it feels very clean to me. So I'm happy with the state of the game so far. And as always, we're taking bug reports from people as the beta progresses and tackling those. If you download the early access, you can request a key in the Discord. So you should be able to get into the multiplayer beta, but maybe not right away. Fist of Heaven is right. You just have to ask for it, and we will email keys as they are available. You're still on top. You're giving Miasmic what for on this one. I really thought that he would have. Maybe he's a little tired. A long work week this week, Miasmic.
Gotta love the impulse, just firing it into crowds. It's so strong. That quad. I think it's even got a little bit of a tweak recently. It was almost too strong for a while. Oh, let's pick up a Lancer.
Oh man, Lancer, very strong.
It's a little different now.
It is a little different. It used to fire a little bit quicker. Almost be hit scan, but it's very much not.
I'm not good with it right now. Its firing speed's a little slower, too.
It does have a very deep story mode, yes. It has a fully voice-acted in English and translated to other languages and text story mode, 16 levels, bosses, and it's a pretty good story as far as I am concerned. I enjoyed it quite thoroughly.
It's fantastic.
The levels are also chock full of secrets and stuff to find, upgrade points hidden in the most devious places thanks to Lucas shenanigans. It's a great single player campaign.
Oh, nice shot, Zero.
Still holding on to first place though.
Somehow,
it's close this time.
Yeah, I got a 1-kill lead here. These missiles are pretty clutch.
I know that some people have already started setting up LAN parties for after release. They're very excited for this. So
nice
check out in the Discord if you guys are looking for a LAN party in your area.
He went right through my mine layer.
And yep, it slips into second.
Oh no, that was a
bad spawn.
It was a rough spawn. I spawned right in Zero's face. Hey, I got him with my mines.
The invulnerability evened it out. You have a few seconds of invulnerability when you first spawn. Just enough to take a shot or two. Still a very solid performance on second place. Those creepers are really strong at controlling somebody chasing you.
Oh, just like that.
As you see right there.
Right
just chased him right into it.
Might be almost out of time here. This is getting close. I got a minute.
Minute and a half.
Okay. Need these. Where is this actually going down at? Oh.
How's this game doing on Linux side? It's doing very well on Linux side. It was in Linux pretty much all yesterday. Game looks good on Linux. Yeah. I mean, there's not much else to say other than it exists and it looks good.
Oh, no! I tried to get those energy shields back.
My gosh, this is going to come down to the wire at the very end here.
Yeah.
It was tied for just a split second there. 43 seconds left. Can he at least get the tie?
I need to get up here. Need to find people.
There. Oh, that's a good group. Oh, and he takes it again. Oh my gosh. Will this support PS4 VR? We are not planning to support PS4 VR at this time.
That was fun. Should I play one more and then have you hop in, or?
Yeah. Do you want to? Well, we can answer these questions. The other questions from in there. We got a couple of.
I'll go ahead and just queue up.
Queue up, sure. What's your favorite multiplayer game?
Mine?
Yes.
Oh, does it have to be online?
I don't think so. Let's go with no.
Okay.
Well, answer both. Answer what. We'll say no first. Okay. Any game.
Okay, my favorite multiplayer game.
Look at your score go. Look
Yeah.
at your score go.
I'd have to say, like I said, probably the first fighting game that really got me into going to tournaments, which was Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
So, like all the old classic Street Fighter games, there's always like 5 versions of each one. Like there's like 5 or 6 versions of Street Fighter 2. The third version of Street Fighter 3 is my favorite. And that's pretty much what got me into competitive gaming. It did have online though later.
Okay.
But when it first came out, it didn't really have any online. My favorite like online game, that's a tough one. There was a lot of them, but like I said, Team Fortress Classic back in the day, a long time ago. I played hours and hours of that. Counter-Strike, I played hours and hours of that. I don't really play the new one that much. Was it CS:GO? I was more like playing when it was, even before it actually was released. It was just a
Have
mod.
you tried CS:GO?
I have.
I tried it also, and I think I got a headshot the most I've ever been headshot that day. I was like, that's it, I'm out.
It had been so many years since I played Counter-Strike. When I tried to go back into it, it just felt so different. Because, like, I hate to say, like, games like Call of Duty and stuff really changed how FPSs feel with aiming down sights. Okay, I think everyone wants Hive, so
right,
everyone Hive.
Might as well go with the masses.
24/7, 2 for it or die. Yeah, pretty much.
Or to die.
Although I was a big fan of Well. I loved Well because I always played sniper. Let's go. Stick with Gunner. I'm doing good with Gunner.
You can't argue with it. 3 Lancer, like right out of the get-go, though. Oh, my eyes thinking better.
You gotta really lead with this now.
You do. I think it'll probably take a little getting used to from what we're actually used to it doing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a tough weapon to use right now. I'm kind of struggling with it.
My favorite multiplayer game is probably Command & Conquer Generals, with the 0-hour expansion on it. And the only reason I'm not playing that all 24/7...
Sorry, in spades.
That's what you get for being AFK. is because it had some real problems with its netcode.
Oh no.
And in later times with better internet stuff.
Oh, a little bit of... Oh, that's why.
It's got a significant lag there. We've got
we got he must be from overseas.
From overseas
possibly.
matching with us.
It's going down. Maybe he just had a temporary lag spike.
Even his movement out a little bit there. Ruthless. But I would be playing that game right after work if I could. It just doesn't. It's not stable enough in its current state to play. We tried several times, my friends and I, who all really love that game. But you get kicked for like mismatches and all kinds of ping-related shenanigans. That is a heated battle going on over there.
I kind of interjected.
Yeah, I mean, you picked the right one to take out of the fight, so yeah, absolutely. Oh, another nice snipe. Sneaks into the lead.
I'm gonna stick with Thunderbolt. I'm doing pretty good with it right now. Got some nice leading.
Cheezer's complimenting your shooting ability there. Let's see. Have you ever been connected to a professional scene of a particular game, series, or genre? Well, James already answered that.
I'd say Street Fighter. I actually got invited to do the Capcom Pro Tour commentary this coming weekend, which is a pretty big deal for me. I didn't think it was going to happen at first, but I'll be with the big guys of commentary.
And no, I haven't.
Oh, that was a time bomb right in my face.
I won some minor contests back when I was a little kid, but it was just like, you know, the store down the street contest or whatever. Nothing as big as James in any way, shape, or form. Do you play multiplayer to have fun or to be competitive?
Both.
Yeah, absolutely both.
There's some games that I play purely for fun, like I don't consider, I like PUBG a lot recently. I don't play that competitively at all. I just consider it a fun game.
Yeah, sure. Jump in, get a couple of kills, maybe carry your team to first place.
Even most FPS games, like I played a lot of Destiny 1, and while that's kind of a hardcore game in terms of how much you had to grind in order to play it, it was more fun for me than competitive.
And I play games like Don't Starve Together. That has absolutely no competitiveness to it at all. I mean, I suppose you can make it competitive by eating your friend's food, but you're probably going to die because of that. So, yeah, no, I mean, I play both also.
Still person now. Let me switch back to this one.
Oh, a time bomb right away. Time bombs are pretty slick because they're slow moving, but they do a huge amount of damage if you can get them right on it.
Oh, I thought I hit him.
Close. Yes, that is PUBG. Die in a field after 20 minutes of living. That is the experience I've had. I will say that if I get with a squad, I tend to do a lot better sometimes.
Nice shot.
Because you always have your friends to cover you. This is the PC version. You are correct.
Yeah, we're on PC right now. Oops, I didn't mean to switch my loadout.
We are on the Windows PC version of it, to be absolutely clear. This is just plain Anarchy. And we'll play a couple of more games of Anarchy before switching over.
Oh, he's almost dead. Got him. Yeah, had to cut him off.
Got the driller. That's my favorite weapon right now. It doesn't have join in progress at the moment.
No, unfortunately not. It'd be a little really tough in this game. Oh, my ass been caught up to me. All right,
You gotta turn on the afterburners.
I have too many deaths, though. I've died too many times. I can get kills a lot, but I always struggle with keeping, staying alive.
This is quite a dogfight. Oh, that's you.
Oh!
Oh, and then he comes in to clean
like
you up.
15 of those to the face.
You fight long enough, they will find you.
Oh no, I'm boxed in. I'm getting out of here.
Sometimes it's best just to retreat and pick another battle.
I need some missiles here.
Get some armor, get some secondaries, and even things out. A quick assist.
You're mine. Hesu. Default must have dropped out.
Any plans on showing gameplay for the Xbox? Not right now. We're really working to meet our release date for the PC,
please.
which is the 31st.
That probably sealed the deal there.
Our console release date is still to be determined. But I will say, I do test on the Xbox. It is coming along very well, so don't think that it's going to be like a very long process afterwards.
Oh! Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. I've died so many times compared to everybody else.
You have.
I don't even know how that's possible.
While they're looking for you, I'll give you a hint.
Okay. So kind of a pro strat with the Thunderbolt is if you're about to start overloading in damage, you can boost to cancel it. Oh, somebody stole it.
And it will reset your charge.
Oh! Alright, my Thunderbolt's...
So you can just hold the mouse button down.
Ooh, let's try Lancer again. Oh, I've got 4 seconds to get a kill.
Not looking good. 2, 1. Miasma takes it. Slips to second place.
My KD ratio is...
Oh man, GG you guys.
2-1. I'll say that.
To answer, we had this question already. Are we planning on releasing the game for PlayStation VR? We are not currently at this time planning to release the game for PlayStation VR.
Yeah, we do support the Oculus and Vive. Possibly some other headsets. I don't know how many others are out there.
Those are the officially supported ones.
All right, Ed, it's your time to shine.
It's my time to shine. Don't put me in the queue. No,
I'm not putting you in the queue yet.
We play with slightly different controls, you guys. Here, have a nice view of my shirt as I cross over. All right. Let's see how we can do here.
You can do some customization.
I'm of course going to do some customization. Actually, I'm going to go back out one more menu. Go to the options.
Oh yeah, so he's got to do his controls. You play a little bit different.
The biggest one is the invert. So I'll change that.
So it's strange. This is the only game where it's the only game where I'll play inverted, because any flying game I have to have it inverted for some reason.
There was a while when I played when I was much younger where that was true.
Yeah.
But more and more games came out where it wasn't the default, and I just got away from it, and then now I can't do it anymore.
I used to on like old console games, like N64. Everyone would always use inverted back then for some, it just felt better for some reason then. But then with all the, once it's moved into 2-stick shooters, everyone switched to non-inverted.
You can see in here we have the cross-platform toggle and the text chat that you can either turn to team or whatever. And we have a selection of quick chat options, which I don't know if we went over before.
No, we didn't.
But you can change them. Right now this is the default loadout, and you can see there's a team set for if you're on teams so that you can have different settings. They default to the same key that the Hollow Guide is, which is Z. So you can just hold down Z, which is really close to your W, A, S, and D set, and push in one of the directions to get whichever emote you're looking for. It works well on keyboard as well as controller and joystick. Let's see. I think that covers most of the stuff. So let's play some multiplayer. Let me customize. I'm going to actually run with the default Archer. And
good choice.
I'll probably customize. This is just to preface this. This is going to go much differently than when James was playing, because I am not as good as James is at this game. So if you guys are thinking,
you're not bad.
If you guys are thinking of taking it, I will say I do much better on my home PC. It's a little bit more comfortable. I'm used to that keyboard and that mouse.
That's funny. When I went home to play for the first time, I didn't change any of my settings. And my mouse at home is so much more sensitive. It's probably like 3 times the DPI on there, and I was just flying all over the place.
I'll do Gunner for the other one. I do like Creepers a lot. I like this Archer. This is fine. So we'll do this. Let's check your modifiers. You have speed and speed.
I was going with speed.
I'm gonna do tank and tank. Actually, I did say I was gonna take maximum ammo, so I'm gonna try maximum ammo this time. This is the first time I've ever done this. The appearance. I think James has it set to purple. Let's do red. I forget what red is. Pink, red, with green aqua stripes.
There you go.
And I like where's the fractal one? The shattered pattern.
There
That's the one. I like that. Like that. Do we want wings? No wings.
No wings? You don't want the extra horsepower?
No, but I want the antennas in the back to make it look like I'm going faster.
That's kind of a wing there. You get a little extra.
I like this. I like this vibe. This is good. All right. Play online. We're just gonna queue for ranked anarchy for now. I'll do like a game or two of this, and then we can switch to teams. Maybe trade.
Yeah,
back.
we can try to. We'll see if.
I don't know how we're doing on our time. I assume that we've been doing this for about 10 minutes, because that's how long it's felt like.
Well, we've been live for 55 minutes.
Minus
15, so almost 45 minutes.
I do like play. Oh man, and they're already in. Okay.
Oh, Jedi Luke.
This is probably gonna go real fine. What could go wrong? He's only got an 895. Oh. James, your rank went up substantially since when you started. 720, you've gone up quite a bit.
Well, I got up to like 760. That last game took me down.
Okay, well, I'm gonna help you bring it down even further.
Okay.
We'll just bring it down to an even 500. Jay Luke wants in. Let's see if we can get anybody else. Too many European servers brought me down. That's because you're playing late at night, and those are the only people that are up with you at the time. Still a small pool.
So do we talk about the way the numbers work right now?
I haven't talked about it other than to say that it exists.
So your numbers right now are not necessarily a score, as it is your rank, if you think about it like that. So like, it doesn't necessarily like you could be the top ranked person and your score can still be fluctuating, but you'll still possibly be the highest ranked. It's just, depending on how the match goes, KD ratio, what other people have done, it'll fluctuate a little bit.
I'm going to change my vote. Don't tell them. Oh, man, they're all voting for it now. I wanted to see if everyone else jumps on to change their vote. I wanted to see if I could create some controversy.
Oh, no. Dropping water. All right. Going with the Archer or Gunner?
I think I'm going to start with Archer here. We'll see how it feels. All right. I got to make sure that my mouse sensitivity is all right. Ooh. Getting a little positional and rotational off the get-go. Hopefully that'll even itself out.
Busy servers right now.
Ooh, I'm gonna take that right on. Can we get one more to even this out?
Ooh. It looks like we did get probably a West Coast server this time.
We did, so our ping's gonna struggle a little bit. With more people,
it seems like most people are around the same.
With more people, it will be easier to match with people that are closer to you. This is a little.
I think we get our best pings in the East Coast right now.
We do, and also I don't think that Jeff has finished setting how matchmaking works server-wise.
Yeah, not nice.
It's just match with whoever right now. I don't want those creepers to find.
Oh, Jedi! Ooh, nice. Pick up my ass. Jeez.
Yeah.
Zero off to a good start, though.
This is going to be where this ends up. Middle of the pack, hopefully.
Is this on the Frankfurt cluster? I don't know. It might be.
Ooh. And he drops just a ton of creepers right into the side of me.
What's your personal favorite multiplayer map right now?
I think I like Hive quite a bit.
Hive is great. I like Hive.
And it was one of the voted options, but I didn't vote for it because I just wanted to create controversy and see if other people would pick different things.
Roundabout might be my favorite right now.
Roundabout's pretty good.
Roundabout's got a lot of cool.
Problem that I have with Roundabout is there were a couple of days where I had to test quite a bit of Roundabout, so I'm kind of tired of Roundabout. Just want a little variety. I like Syrinx and I like Hive because Driller is my primary, and so I like maps that have a bit of space to them. Not as brawly maybe as some of the others.
Nice.
Yeah, your keyboard does weirdness sometimes.
Yeah, this keyboard is.
we need to get you a new one. It's all right. I'm not gonna blame it on the keyboard.
It almost
it's all
feels
my
like
fault.
It has sticky keys sometimes. It just wants to push you in.
It does. I don't know how you do so well with it, really. It's not a great fight to stick around with. Place.
Jedi Luke chasing you?
I have no idea. Somebody wants blood though. Oof, when they get it.
It was my Asmic. He's coming for it.
He's gonna get it. He's still below me, so I'm fine with beating my. I don't think I've ever beaten my Asmic personally. Just never happened. All right, let me get rid of the timer. take an easy free one off the get-go, though.
Will the soundtrack be available on streaming services? Right now, it's only available on Steam.
Nah.
Or is it going to be on?
There is another service that it'll be available on. I don't know what it is. I think we talked about it actually in the with Dan. When we had the interview with Dan, we might have talked about it then.
But it is definitely on Steam right now. You can get the entire great soundtrack. It is
good. A lot of people in the community have just clicked it on while they are working. It's a very good soundtrack to get something done to. I thought you get away with that.
Steaming service.
Oh, he's gonna get away with it. All right, I'll take third, given the group of people that I'm fighting. Uh-oh. Nope, not gonna fly into that. Nope. Look for a different angle.
He's yours, don't lose.
No, he's not. I'm gonna get killed before him.
Pulses are doing so much damage.
Oh, they are. Oh, that was close. He had to be hurting.
I wonder if anybody's gonna take him out really quick.
Jedi's giving Miasmic a run for his money. Oh my gosh, who do you think it is? Who do you think it could be?
Himself.
Who could it be taking that from me? I don't want to fight Spit, just spawn. Puffer with his invulnerability.
Oh, did he pick up invulnerability?
No, he was, he had just spawned right in front of me.
So I said there's superpower upgrades that will spawn in the matches. The more players, I believe, the more frequent they spawn.
Easy Nova.
And they could be anything from an overdrive, which is, speeds up your shooting exponentially. Could be an invulnerability, which is really strong sometimes. But every once in a while, you may get lucky and get a super devastator upgrade, and you are set for like 5 kills if you get that.
Asmic, what are you doing, man?
He's eating them.
Right into that Nova.
He's giving you props.
Easy. Too. Let's see Lancer. I haven't tried Lancer since it's got its revision. Yeah, you do have to lead quite a bit with it.
It's different. It hits hard though.
It does.
It's definitely a high. I'd say it's a very high skill weapon right now.
That's not something that I possess. Whew. Jedi, leave me alone. Give me a break.
It's like a different version.
Stream privilege, man. Stream privilege.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swap over to Gunner.
As Valkyrie Sellers said, that is Giant Scott on Twitch there.
The problem I always have with Impulse is I never lead people enough with it. It's the same problem I have with Lancer.
You also should just hold down the trigger.
Oh, I should. You're right. Otherwise, people are gonna hear the clicking. Because I'm used to not. I mean, with the Lancer, you can't do that. Yeah. So I just get caught not having to do that. Get out of here with your lasers. Let's find a secondary that's something worth having. Oh, middle of the pack. You know what? I'll take middle of the pack.
It's not bad.
GG chums. One more for this, and then let's do some teams.
Zero's like, holy crap, I
won. All right. I'm going to go right back in.
And that was an example of our chat filter feature.
It's working as intended.
Working as intended.
Keep things civil, you guys. Come on. 124 ping. Hey, you can't blame it on ping. We all had the same high ping. All right, let's see if we can get more people in. Variety. I matched really quickly. Maybe catch a couple of them off guard.
Yeah, Anarchy is chaos. When you get an 8-person Anarchy server, it's chaos. It's really about trying to get clumping your kills together. You kind of have to play kind of almost like a scumbag sometimes.
Well, I think it's more hit and run tactics than anything. Like you don't want to stay in an engagement too long, or you're gonna get found and someone's gonna flank you.
Using a lot of firing, not necessarily just randomly, but firing like waves, shutting down hallways because you never know if somebody's running with low health. You can score a couple cheap kills.
Especially with Thunderbolt.
No, Thunderbolt.
Slow moving, really powerful. Fire down the hall.
Yeah, great for that. Even you can run Reflex and just fill the screen with stuff.
I should. Let's see. Maybe I can. I still have enough time to customize. Let's swap out Impulse for Reflex.
There you go.
Missile pod and creepers. That's good. Let's rock with this.
I've becoming a big fan of Falcons recently.
Falcons hit very hard. I think that
strong.
the reason that you're such a big fan of the game, sure.
Yeah, that should help.
Every time somebody joins, it pushes the timer back just a little bit, so it evens it out.
We got 7 people
but
right
yeah,
now.
we got enough to get. We got enough to do this, and I'm gonna pick Hive this time.
Yeah, Nova hitting you right in the face does look amazing. Go with Hive.
You guys can pick whatever you want. You don't none of this stream privilege thing, man. You guys want something else? Pick something else. Everyone voted for Hive. Wow, perfect. You guys are great. And I'll start off with Archer. I'll swap over to Gunner in a little bit here. I just want to. Ooh, I can hear that Thunderbolt charging already. Oh my gosh! Get out of here! Get out! My ass, you! Really?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, he's gonna have no problems. Look at now. I'm not gonna be able to blame the server at all. Fast kill. Yep. True. All true. Maybe.
This bottom.
Oh. Should be, man.
Got him. He's like 2 hits away. Somebody's gonna steal it.
Somebody's gonna steal it.
Yes!
There it is. Get it on the board.
We got an AFK.
My ass make teaching him a lesson. Oh. Should pick up those creepers and gone for it. Alright, let's swap over to Reflex. I'm really bad with Reflex. Some people are quite good with this.
This is probably a tough map for. Well, it has some of these, like some of these caves like that.
I got an assist. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I can hear action going on behind me. Ooh, those creepers, too good.
You have 5 health.
It's plenty. We don't need more.
There you go. You got a Nova, fire and forget. Maybe get a pack.
I just don't want to get snuck up on behind. There we go.
Oh,
not enough.
Oh, the tracker's almost.
Not enough. All right, we're
My
still in this
off
though.
To a huge lead right now. Oh man.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he gets away from that, that's gonna be.
Pick up some creepers too.
I'm gonna try and get some more armor. I gotta live long enough to use my creepers. Swap over the hunters. Oh, I like your mouse wheel better than mine. Just a little hit and run action there. Like Star Wars 2.
Yeah, the new Solo movie comes out like next week or something.
Let's see if I can get ahead right here. Yeah, it gets stolen.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Guys, he's behind you!
Oh!
Damn, Asmic.
Oh my gosh. He's already up to 14. He's doing work on this level.
Oh, there you go.
Let's see if we can do this.
You got this. Oh no.
Nope.
Oh, you did damage to somebody. Oh, you got Jedi. You get it. Yeah, there's a nice double.
Yes, chase me into the hallway. Chase me into the hallway. Let's get some of these guys. A little hunter action.
Some ricochets.
They do slightly home after they bounce.
Although that is actually good. I don't know if that's actually been taken away yet or not.
Oh, alright.
Empty beta.
Maybe they don't anymore.
They were being.
Uh-oh. Caught you typing.
Yeah. Okay. So right now the reflex is strong. It's technically the reflex plus version. So it actually, once it bounces off the surface, it'll kind of go towards an enemy.
I see you've shown me the business end of the Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, that's a lot of creepers. That's gonna hurt a lot.
Whoop.
No, my husband, go away!
You're about to just get breathed on.
That was a lot of people right there. Oh man, I'm slipping down to 4th. My husband's about to wrap this up.
I think 20 was the max.
See you back there.
Oh,
that was a good read. That was a real good read, you guys. I was sneaking away and everything, but not enough. Oh my gosh, and he ends it just like that. Well, like okay, that. Before I embarrass myself more, what do you want to switch over and do some teams?
Yeah,
let's see if we
team.
can find some people doing teams.
Yeah, if you
this
guys
was
are
good. Good game, you guys.
Join some team.
Play online. I'll do a team, and you want to switch and do a team also?
Sure.
I'm sure that they're tired of watching someone fail at
you're doing a little
more success. All right, let's see what we can come up with here. All right, match request searching. We're looking for people. And who is playing?
Yes. Who? And who is playing?
It's me.
The Who is playing.
It's me, Mario.
The Who? The Who.
All right.
Oh, already.
Already a good start. Jedi on the other team.
Yeah. All right,
we got at least one more joining. All right, and it put the person on the team that needed the help the most. So that's. Oh boy! All right.
Maybe you got a chance to get miasmic.
Oh, we got another one.
Oh, there we go.
We got head wrap in.
It's pretty even.
Oh yeah, this is looking real. This is looking real good.
One more. I just need one more.
Carry me, miasmic. Carry me.
Come up. There we go. Multi-mayhem snuck in there at the end.
We got it. Plenty of time.
So in the Team Anarchy, there is no team friendly fire, so you don't have to worry. But your teammates can block your shots.
They can, absolutely.
So you may fire a Devastator and hit your teammate in the back and blow yourself up.
And I'm not saying that I haven't done that before.
I have.
Okay, yeah, me too. Absolutely. Right up, you guys. Come on, we got full teams here.
Going down.
Oh man, there's some smack talk in here already.
Wait, he's on his team. Multi-mayhem on Jedi Luke's team.
Maybe he's got a secret plan of some kind.
Smack talking his teammate. Head wrap. It does. When you first look at your name, Head Warp, it kind of looks like head wrap.
It does. Oh, I'm sorry. That's my dyslexia coming out a little bit. Yep. I called him Head Wrap for the entire last match. It's Head Warp. My goodness. I'm so sorry.
Oh, gosh.
Foundry Labyrinth Roundabout. I'll take Foundry this time.
Foundry's going to be interesting for teams because it's tall, but it's got so many narrow hallways. This is going to be interesting.
All right,
we'll stick with the Archer. There you go.
Stick with Archer. I haven't switched to Cyclone at all, mainly because I like Driller so much more. I'm not saying it doesn't have a place.
And Cyclone,
right, we're on the blue team.
Cyclone's a good weapon too.
Miasmic's already found some people to interact with over here. Let's sneak around from the side. Already cleaned it up.
So you're going after the oranges, or there's
Luke.
Oh, it's Jedi Luke. Good damn thing.
He is evasive. We got he's getting a couple of even outs there.
So in Team Anarchy, I kind of like sometimes using almost like support weapons. Like the flak is a good example of it. I think flak is much stronger in Team Anarchy than it could be in regular Anarchy because you can kind of bait people with your teammates and then
everybody's fighting down
below.
Flak
is such a good finishing up close weapon
for a flank.
Oh, nice shot.
Just an assist, but it'll help. We're guarding this pretty well. Ooh, that's Nova. I'll pick that up.
Yeah, you got him.
Another easy one.
Yeah,
No one's looking down this hallway.
That was good teamwork.
Ooh, I gotta watch that. If they figure out that I'm down here, though, that's not gonna go very well. I want that time bomb. Let's pick that up. I'll pick up flak. Oh, didn't even get a chance to use the time.
Nope.
Jedi looking for me hard.
Ooh. You guys are off to a good lead here.
Now I can pick it up. Alright. Fire that. Let's see what we get. Anything?
Ooh, nice.
Pick that up though.
Must have damaged him.
Ooh.
Oh, you got the assist on it.
Yeah. Head warp. Flew right into his impulses. I'm going to switch over to reflex. Increase the amount of chaos a little bit. There is a team chat function. I think it's T-space. Hello, team. Uh-oh.
Hello.
Yeah, there's 3 different codes that you can use at the beginning of the text to indicate that you want to chat to the team. It's T space, T colon, and
T dash.
T dash. Ooh, got us a vortex, so I can say things to the team. Ooh, did not see him shoot that through my. Oh,
I saw
man.
him kind of sneak in through the other projectiles.
Yep. That was my own fault.
Mayhem with the double kill though. You guys can be careful. Why don't you just start to catch up? You guys almost had double the points for a while.
Oh, well, you gotta keep it competitive, keep it fair. Feed one of the other team. Look, I am carrying this team. I want you to know.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh, and we take it. And we take it just like that. Miasmic, good game, you guys.
That was a fast
GG.
game.
That was fast. All right, I'm going to switch it back to James, you guys.
Right,
Let him play a multiplayer as well.
We'll play another team match here.
I'll give you the headphones. Sneak behind you there. Give me a chance to get a drink of water. I'm a little parched.
Alright, let me go play online. I need to adjust my controls again real quick, though.
I didn't change much. I did down your mouse sensitivity.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught that. How do you talk in game? It might not be bound by default for you on the beta right now, but you can set it in the key bindings menu. It's chat, which I think is in advanced team ones. It binds to B by default. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's key bindings, additional controls. And then you just hit B, type in whatever you want. If you want it to go to just your team in a team game, you just use T space, T colon, or T dash at the beginning, and then everything you type after that will only go to your team. Similarly, the quick emotes, which we still haven't shown off because I completely forgot to last time, there are a set of team quick emotes as well.
Yeah. I'm going to mess with Mercenary, and then I got my Gunner class down here.
Alright. Foundry looks good. I'm glad you enjoy it. I think Foundry looks good too. I like that level quite a bit.
It's got really cool lighting with the lava and everything.
I like it on team game because you can sort of cordon off areas of it with your team if you're coordinated enough.
Yep.
And force people into unfair fights against you.
Oh man, Terminal and Jedi Luke in one team.
Oh man, we got a fan of Blizzard out there.
Got our team set.
Giant thinks that you're not going to win. I disagree.
This is going to be a tough one. See if I could make my little Kirby face here.
Oh yeah. Oh, Kirby's got a gun. Oh no, it's wrong lobby. Oh, Miasmic, you missed one.
Sorry, Miasmic. Let's start off with some Cyclone.
Oh man. He finds Jedi early, but Jedi turn this against him.
Oh,
yes. Just lose Crusher. Crusher in a closed hallway. Rough. Kirby with a gun? You missed that in Kirby 64? Oh man, Chili. I gotta tell you, man.
Oh, behind me.
Blast from the past. You know it.
I'm hurting.
Hurting? You got your teammates with you?
Oh, I hit the wall.
Thud. Run for cover. Maybe you can get Terminal here. Terminal and Jedi. Ooh, it's gonna be close. Oh, he doubles back. He doubles back.
I thought he was gonna keep going. All right,
it was a good read on him, though.
Not off to a good start here. I'm gonna switch to my impulse. Tried and true.
You can tell what weapons we're all good at based on how many kills we get with each one. Bringing in a hot zero with the Cyclone. There it is, though. He's on the board. I think he's on the board with 2.
Jedi Luke already back in action.
It's a pretty close match.
Oh.
You guys are just down by 3.
Terminal with the Devastator.
Terminal nails the Devastator shot, though. Devastator is very strong. even it out a little bit. There's an assist going over. Oh, there's a couple of them in that hallway. Oh.
Wow.
Oh. Sniped.
Yikes. Alright, let's go blue.
They're up by 4. You guys have lost just a little bit of ground, but there's still, you can still make it here. Close the gap a little bit. Down by 3. The end of the game is close. There's some Novas there. Do a little bit of work. Rocking the vortexes, they also do a large amount of damage. 16-13. Still pretty close.
Oh, I almost
but the end of the
had
match
him with that
looms. They're
follow-up
within
shot.
3. This isn't looking good. This isn't looking good. Quick creeper pickup. See people using flares to get their bearings a little bit. Or distracting fuse, and orange wraps it. Down by 4, you guys.
Man. Jedi
That's
looked
pretty
a
good.
strong game. Well, actually, Terminal had this crazy game, 7-1.
Terminal's score is no joke, man. He's 829. He's up there, man. Do you want one more? Or do
Yeah,
you
let's get one
Alright,
more.
One more.
Should we go back to just regular old Anarchy?
Whatever. Why don't we do James's choice, man?
Alright, we'll go back to just regular Anarchy.
We'll play one more, and then we'll wrap up with the challenge mode for the week and say goodbye to you guys, unfortunately. But we'll catch you next Saturday. So
Yep.
let's hope that James does well here.
Yeah, we'll see. I was 2-1 earlier today, but I don't know. After that last match, I feel like my just falling apart.
Falling apart. It's the stress of the moment.
It's the stress.
It's these lights.
It's these lights, you know.
We're all under these lights.
People are watching. You know,
There's a lot of people
my hands
watching.
are shaking.
My hands are shaking. My hands are shaking. I'm
Knees
not even
weak,
playing.
arms spaghetti.
I think I've heard those words someplace
somewhere.
before. All right, we're going into normal. We got one. Multi Mayhem's in.
Somebody's joining here. Oh, we got Hesu.
Who else? Who else?
Oh, here we go. We got Head Warp. I wouldn't mind if we get a smaller game. Oh, never mind. I'm saying it'll be a smaller game. Ooh, Track. Haven't seen him yet.
I haven't
How
yet
you doing
either.
there, Track?
There was somewhat Chili. I'm going to cover some questions that Chili asked just generally. Chili said, specific to Overload, can we expect to see additional maps before the release of multiplayer? Can you speak to how rankings will change? And will they reset over time? And the last question I think is anti-smurf, anti-tryhard strategy, ranks be streaky. Basically, Chili, we can't answer any of that right now, unfortunately. We don't know the answer to any of them, and any of the stuff that we do know the answer on, we can't commit to. So I'm sorry, but a lot of that's still being decided or going to change.
Roundabout. Here we go. Favorite map.
Remember, beta, 2 more weeks.
Let's do some Cyclone.
Starting with Cyclone again.
Starting in the lava.
But we appreciate your questions.
That was a quick one. Kind of got cut off in some crossfire there.
Never hurts to ask, Chili. We do appreciate your questions and input, as usual. Strong community member. Ooh, he's gonna outrun that. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a bad shot.
Oh, Multi-Mayhem wins the 1v1 with a
Not
Devastator.
a good start here.
Just
Not a good start.
Decisively ends that encounter. I really like those blue lights in this level. Uh-oh, you're gonna get cyclone. Right. Couple of creepers. Oof, bottom of the heap. Bottom of the heap. What are the plans for after launch? The plans for after launch are focus on launch more than anything. We have a lot of plans after launch, but those are even less confirmable than the plans that we have for launch. We're really focused on getting everything done now. We do have consoles that we are preparing for launch.
Mayhem with a big game so far.
After our PC launch, which is on the 31st. And we do have an editor that's going out to the community that we are also going to be working on after launch. So that kind of answers it and kind of doesn't. But that's the best I got for you. Oh, man. All right, not in last place anymore.
Oh, that's right. I was wondering why I was so slow. We have the tank modifiers on right
We
now.
do, and that's my fault. Maintenance, yeah, absolutely, Shroud Eye. We will be doing bug fixes afterwards, of course. We try our absolute best to find all of them, but we can't, so we will keep working on that. We may do level design contests. We may do all kinds of contests. Depending on how successful our community challenges are on the Discord, we may try and incorporate those into something that lasts a little bit longer. So keep your eyes on the Discord for information on that. Check out the website for information on anything coming up. I mean, you literally can type any of this to me. You just like coming over, don't you, Giant? We got Giant pointing out a few things from the community. There are some weapons that function quite a bit differently in multiplayer and single player. That's a good thing to point that out. We talked about the Lancer already. The Nova also does.
Bomb. I mean, Time Bomb is much different.
Time Bomb in single player actually slows down time for a good period of time and lets you navigate and dodge shots a little bit easier. We found that in multiplayer that doesn't work as well. It felt bad on everybody's side. The person that fired it and the people that are getting interacted with it maybe around a hallway that didn't see it happening. A lot of the damage has been tweaked across the board. Crusher does a lot in single player. We had to bring it down to a more reasonable level in multiplayer because it was just two-shotting people. Thunderbolt charges at a different time rate. Basically, the weapons have been tweaked to make multiplayer feel more fun for everyone. If things were firing too quickly or too slowly, we had to adjust all of that. The projectiles for Nova track worse and are slower in multiplayer, so you have to plan your shots a little bit more carefully. You have to shoot at somebody that's either right in front of you or somebody that's going away slowly, maybe somebody that's already engaged. Devastators, a lot of the weapons start with their first upgrade. Actually, all of them, I think, start with their first upgrade.
Yeah, for the most part.
Which means that when you fire a Devastator in single player and it's not upgraded, it's a dumbfire missile and it implodes or explodes on the first thing it hits. In multiplayer, though, you always have the first upgrade, which gives you the option to detonate it with a second click of the button whenever you want. Vortex is different in single player as well. We can't really talk about what's different about that.
Yeah.
And Lancer is different too, and we already sort of talked about that. But we haven't told you guys much about it, so it just looks different. That's all we can talk about. There is a cockpit view. Both of us have decided to fly with the cockpit view off today, just because it gives you a little bit more sight at the edges of the screen. But I usually fly with it on.
Oh, nice shot.
And it's up to you as to decide to toggle it either way.
Yeah, there's...
yeah, and you can toggle it on the fly. Just like the HUD. If you don't like the HUD, you can turn it off. It is much harder to fight with it. It's completely up to you. There is also a depth of field setting that you can change. If you're seeing too much on the screen at once, you can dial it a little bit tighter if you like a more focused view. We have all the way from 68 degrees to 90 degrees.
Oh, Puffer! Waiting down there with the
James
charge.
has clawed his way back up to tied for second place, but it looks like Miasmic's going to take this one probably, guys.
This is a tough game.
Any plans for an on-screen reader view? I think we had one at one point.
We did.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the answer. There is a button that you can use to check your review, but Unity won't let us do picture-in-picture, so you have to do one or the other. Also in VR, you can just turn around and stick your head through the seat.
Oh, I just picked up the super creepers, too.
Man. And that's a lot of creepers. That's alright, you clawed your way back to second place. James came out with a really good showing there. Gizmo, your ping is really high, man. You might want to look into that.
I think he backed out earlier in the match there, but
it's a little high. We'll have to address that. Good games all around, you guys.
That was really fun. I had a lot. I love playing this game multiplayer. I've had a blast just testing it in general.
Big shout out to everyone in the community that came out to join us today. Thank you for coming and playing with us. I had a good time interacting with a lot of our community members. We look forward to being able to do this again with you guys. We don't know when, but hopefully.
So, tell us about our challenge.
We do have a new weekly challenge for you guys.
A new weekly challenge. If you're in the Discord, the link. I think we've shared the link in the chat a few times. But join our Discord.
You can also go down here. Down here is a link to the Discord as well.
If you're on the Twitch page.
And there's links to it on the main webpage, playoverload.com.
Yep.
If you guys want to go through that to get there, it's all up to you. We do a weekly challenge. We used to do them on Tuesdays, but we moved it to Saturdays now because that's when our regularly weekly stream is going to occur. Saturdays at 2.
we're cutting out the Tuesday stream for now just because we're getting down to the crunch final time.
Absolutely.
This is
Hey, raise your hand if you were at work until midnight this week.
I wasn't.
You had things to do, but you would have been there with us otherwise. But yeah, we were in late at the office trying to get stuff out to people. But enough of that. Let's talk about the challenge. It's a new challenge. It is a challenge mode challenge because I know we have a robust challenge mode community running right now. And it is a challenge to get the closest to a score that we give you guys without going over. So Price is Right rules, closest without going over. You get one submission per challenge. There's going to be 3 challenges this week. We're dropping one today, we're dropping one on Tuesday, and we're dropping the other one on Thursday. So the first 5 people that get as close as they can without going over are going to get a point. And if you get the exact score that we give you, you get an extra point. Mm-hmm. The rules are as follows. I have them here. We're going to print them again in the Discord, in the challenge mode, or in the weekly challenge channel, if you guys want to check it out. It's hot shot or higher difficulty. You can choose whatever map that you would like and whatever level that you would like. You must post the end screen showing your score. And like I said, you only get one post for the challenge, so try and get as close as you can before you submit your score.
Yep.
And if you manage to get it exactly right on the money, which would take a little bit of planning on your part, then you get that extra point. At the end of the week, the person with the most points gets the coveted gold title. Gold title.
Our current winner was Shroud Eye.
Shroud Eye won last week. We talked about that on our Tuesday stream with Victor.
Yep.
If you guys want to hear about the last challenge, you can check it out there. There's also a bunch of screenshots in that channel that you can check out. Some really impressive performance on that. We'll give you guys the number shortly, and good luck. It is 207,650. We will print this in the channel as soon as we wrap this up, along with the more robust rules. So take your time and get those scores to us, you guys.
Make your one submission count.
One submission per challenge, 3 challenges. So you guys have all the way until Tuesday to submit your screenshots.
So yeah, that's pretty much wraps it up for today. Like I said, we're not going to be back until next Saturday.
Next Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Time is our standard streaming time now. Mm-hmm. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Like I said, we're coming down to the final stretch here of our PC release.
Less than 2
weeks. May 31st. It's Thursday. It's a Thursday. About less than 2 weeks. So.
Yeah. If you guys enjoyed the stream or you want to check out the game, you can do it for free. Absolutely free. If you check out the playable teaser on Steam.
Just search Overload Playable Teaser. And then just go to Overload on Steam, and you can get the current early access version and save some money on the full version, which you will get if you purchase the early access version.
Yeah, and if you're looking to play multiplayer with that, hit up our community manager in the Discord channel and ask for a key.
Yeah.
They will send out emails to everybody that's interested. There's instructions for how to do it in the Discord channel itself. And we'll see you guys next Saturday.
Yeah.
Pick up the soundtrack if you enjoyed the music.
Soundtrack there, which we'll probably put on for a little bit. It's also on Steam. And like I said, if you're on Twitter, check us out at PlayOverload as well. That's what I was playing on. That was my pilot name today. It was our Twitter name.
I run to our soundtrack now.
Oh, really?
It is a good.
Very upbeat.
It is an upbeat.
It's kind of got that.
It's good to get things done
electro grunge industrial sound going on.
Keeps my pace up, man.
It's good stuff. But
all right, you guys. That's it for us. See you guys around.
See you later. There's my hand.